How you doing, guys? Chris here. Well, it finally arrived. Version 2 of my sub 250 gram 7-inch frame, the sub 7. Well, as you can see, there's a couple of modifications that have been made. I added some additional support, not necessarily for the arms themselves, but more for the battery. When I fly with the Lion, now it'll fit onto the frame as opposed to just kind of dangling back and forth. So that was what these additional braces or supports were for. As you can see, some channels or canals were cut into the arms into the additional supports to lighten up the frame. The frame now is significantly, it is much lighter. This one, the original frame here, it weighed 47 grams. With these channels or grooves, we are now at 39.4 grams. And I know what you're thinking. Those channels, those grooves, that's additional surface area that's going to cause drag or wind resistance. Well, I'll actually fly with it like this, so it won't cause so much wind resistance. I actually had to bore out the center holes here because of the C-clamp on these motors. Kind of gets in the way, so I had to bore that out a little bit. And additional features other than the braces, I added these slots here to accommodate a battery strap. I've been flying with basically a rubber band, and now I've got the battery strap slots. The original design, I could actually fly it as a plus configuration or an X configuration, but this new design, it's only an X configuration. So I lost a little by adding these braces, but I think in the end it'll be worth it. Alright, so I put the frame in a vise, and just to do a quick measurement to see how much flex there is in the arms with these channels that are cut into the arm. Just basically going to try to test its durability without having to crash it. We're just going to test how much flex there is. So first up we have this simple 2.5 pound plate, and I'm going to help the vise out a little bit. It's not the best vise. See a lot of play at all. Maybe 2.5 pounds is not heavy enough. That's fine. I have more weights. Here's a 5 pound plate. Okay. Let's see. Here is my measuring device. The arm is flexed to 96. So from 90 to 96 at the tip of the arm. So we had 3 degrees of flex, or excuse me, 6 degrees of flex with a 5 pound plate. So I'm going to do that to the other 550 gram plate, or excuse me, 550 gram frame, and see what the difference really is between the two of them because of these channels. Knocked out the frame transplant. So this is the old sub 250 gram 7-inch frame that I've been flying with. It weighs about it weighs 47 grams, just the frame itself. And the new frame has the channels or the canals grooved into the arms. This does not. This is just standard. So we're going to compare the difference in the amount of flex each arm has with this 5 pound plate. So before it was 6 degrees on the new frame. Let's test what the old frame is. So like before, because of the crappy vise, I'm going to hold it down with my thumb. Put this here right over the engine mount. Okay. Degrees, and flex is showing me, well, that's interesting. 96 degrees. The exact same amount. I didn't expect that. I expected it to be a little less, but this is, let me double check. 90 straight across, flexing down to, if I really had to say it, I'd say 95.5 degrees, so 0.5 degrees less flex. Still, that's pretty surprising. All right, you guys want to see the quad? Here, let's look at it. Okay, here's the new quad. Just did a frame transplant, didn't replace any of the electronics. I even used the same tape. Everything's exactly the same except the new frame. So let's get a weight on it. I don't even know what it weighs. Haven't even looked yet. Get that in view, there you go. Straighten it out. Let's see, moment of truth here. So like I said, the other frame was 47 grams. This frame is 39 grams. So with everything, 180.0. Well, there it is. 8 grams less just by swapping out the frame. So we're gonna do 2 tests with this guy. We're gonna go back to the sub 250 gram variant, flown just like it is, as you're seeing it now. And we're gonna try to recreate that test and see if I can do the 19, 18, or even more now that the frame weighs less. And then we're gonna do the Lion pack again. And this time around, I'm not gonna use this adapter. I'm actually just gonna take this connector, the XT60 connector, and I'm gonna solder it on. So I'm gonna replace that, and that'll save me, what does this thing weigh? 1.5 grams, 2 grams? Oh wow, 5.9 grams. No idea it weighed that much. So definitely gonna save me some weight on that. The Lion itself, it's been ordered. So let's see what I can do with the weight savings once it arrives. Battery itself weighed about 305 grams. So maybe I can trim a little bit by shortening that battery lead. We'll see. But all right, stay tuned. Here I'm going to do a quick flight for you guys so you can see the new frame in action. This is actually the 3rd flight. The first 2 flights I used to tune the quad because the new frame required some extra tuning. And right away you'll see I'm spinning around because I caught the birds and I got a little distracted. They're fun to follow around, and they make for good footage. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just basically throttling up, throttling down, and chasing the birds. So enjoy, and thanks for watching. I'll be making a new endurance video with this new frame and a new battery that I got partially sponsored for, so I appreciate that. And yeah, you'll be seeing that soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, enjoy the music.